Hello, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you how to add people into contact center. Now, organizations use many different ways to manage their users and their details. Some will use Active Directory, Microsoft Active Directory, while others may use a spreadsheet, or others just simply manually add and administer their individual accounts. Now, typically, administrator is responsible for adding users, and managers and supervisor will manage them. Now, to add a user in a contact center, you can go to the admin page under people and permissions, and then you select the people. Now, you can either add the person by sending them an invitation link. By using an invitation URL from a link tab, you can send an appropriate email address so that the user can add themselves to the organizations by accepting the invitations. Now, the advantage of doing that is that users will now fill up most of their details rather than you as an administrator. Now, sometimes user may not, some of the disadvantage of doing that is that user may not end up selecting the right details to enter, but of course that is depending on what information you're asking from them. Then you can also add the individual by selecting the person. Now, this is where you enter manual, their last name, their first name, email, address, and whatnot. You can also send an invitation to the user from the person tab as well by adding their email address and then say send invite. But if you have a large number of users in your organization, the best way to do is by importing that account using a bulk import. There is a list of users that can be added and their information which must be available in a CSV file. So Genesys recommend exporting the CSV file from your spreadsheet or your existing system that you might have into a format that is compatible with Genesys import. Now, once the user account is imported, then you want to manage that account. Now, this is of course where the users, what do you call the managers or the supervisors, sometimes may need a privilege to be able to edit their users' details. Now, you can edit information, things like, for example, you can edit the person, their skill set, you can send an invite, you can reset their password, you can set them as inactive, or you can also delete them if they are no longer with the organizations. So with additional settings like this, you can enable and disable certain features from the users. Now, each tab that is associated with a specific setting, and there are admin configuration will have all these options that are available to you based on your roles and permissions. All right, so creating an account is not that difficult. It's simply you can either send them a link or add a user manually using the person tab or by using the bulk admin tool. In our lab guide, you'll see how we add users in these three different methods. But until then, I will see you in the next video.